All right, welcome. Hope you guys having a great week. Can you guys see me fine? Just want to confirm. So I'm going to get started today pretty quickly because we gotta get to cover a lot of stuff today. So let me know if you're jumping on this. Can you hear me fine? Can you see me fine? If you want to hear me better, or you're going to ask me some questions, I'm going to give you a Zoom link as well if you want to come on there as well. So we're just going to get started in the next few minutes. Hey, Mitch, good to have you here, brother. I'm just going to share my Zoom link as well. Just give me a second so that you guys can come on Zoom if you like. All right, so here's the Zoom link again, guys, if you want to come in. Awesome. Good to have you guys. We're just going to get started in a few minutes. Just waiting for a few more people to jump on this. So today's topic is really interesting. Can you guys hear me fine? Can you please confirm? If you guys watching me on Facebook, if you want to come on Zoom and ask Q&A and do all that, it's going to be much better experience because it's easy for us to have that conversation on Zoom. So if you're here, if you just want to listen, that's fine. Stick on Facebook, that's fine as well. But it's really hard for me to actually look at it on both places. All right, cool. That's good. Thank you, Mitch. All right, a few people are jumping on this. Let me start this side as well. So we're going to cover quite a lot of stuff today. There's a lot of things which we're going to go through, and some of you guys probably know that. Some of you guys are going to realize that, holy crap, I've never thought of this way. So let me share my screen. Just give me, set it up. Let me share my screen so you guys can see the slides and all that work as well. Before I get into this, how's your week been? How's your week been? Are you kicking goals? Are you doing what you're supposed to do this week? Are you doing everything? And some of you guys that were in the morning session, let me know how was the morning session, right? How was the framing? What did you learn? What did came out in the morning? And some of you guys probably don't know that we had a framing and frame control session with the team this morning. All the people who are enrolled into different programs. So our week's been good. Framing was the best 2 hours of 100% value. Awesome. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, look, it's one of the best things. So today what we're going to talk about, this session is all about how to become that authority person, that guy. If you know the framing, if you know that, how to become that person, how to actually do that step by step. See, if you are in that space where people don't know you, right? There's two ways to do it. It's just work hard, right? Work hard for months and months and trying to add value to people's life, which is a traditional way of doing it. And it takes a bit of time, right? So probably going to take you a couple of years to build that reputation, build that goodwill in the marketplace, do all that. It's sort of really hard for people who are newcomers. If you want to launch something in the new market, if you starting something new, if you not been in the market for a long time, it just makes it really hard for those people. So we're going to look at it. So the strategy I'm going to show you today, it's not just me just read in a book or somebody just told me, so I decided to do this, do this class today and trying to teach you guys. So this is tried and tested, right? So I've tried this in all of my businesses in the last 3 years or 2.5 years. So any business we did, including this one, when I sort of launched it in last year as well, when I launched other product or service, we pretty much follow the same steps, right? So the reason I say that is when you launch a product, when you launch some sort of new service, you want to launch in a marketplace in a new way. So to make it happen, when people don't know anything about you, you need to become that authority figure. You need to become somebody who people see as that person or the go-to person, right? So we tried this test. We know step by step how to make somebody that authority figure in that niche market because we've done it so many times, right? Done it for our brands, done it for our clients. We've done it so many times. It makes it easier when other person, and I'll tell you step by step how we did it as well. So it's a value add. So I want you guys to sit here for a while and listen and take lots of notes. It's going to be a really cool session. Right, so let's get started. Let's get into it really quickly. So firstly, Today's presentation is for you if you are a business owner and looking to grow your business fast, right? If you are one of those people who want to take your business to the next level, this is for you. The other one is you want to become the number one person of authority. You want to become the go-to person in your niche market. So if you believe in that same space, you're looking for people to get into that space, and you are one of those people who's saying, okay, I want to become the go-to person in that market space, this is for you, right? If you are, or you're looking to create a repeatable and sustainable business. So the reason people get, we talk about authority because they get the repeatable business. Why? Because a lot of people know them because of that, right? So they don't need to go out and hunt for the clients. They just farm the clients, right? So it's really easy for them. So how to get most out of this today? Be present in this space, right? Ignore the kids, ignore the wife, ignore husband for a while. Put your drinks on the side if you're trying to have a couple of beers. Put it on the side because today is a value. If you understand this concept, I promise you, if you understand this, I promise you, it'll be a life changer for you because you'll be able to launch product, build your credibility, build your authority in any marketplace quicker and faster than anything else, right? This is really important for you to know. So take lots of notes, take up screenshots whenever I share something, take all that. If you're watching the screen, if you're watching on this, write it down pretty quickly, right? Write it down or take a screenshot. It's for you. And ask question at the end, right? We're going to stay around, stick around till the end and ask questions. And take action. If you decide today something which you believe resonated with you, something you believe that, holy crap, it's pretty cool stuff, tomorrow when you wake up, take action on that. If you don't take action this 1 hour or any other time you probably decided to do something, won't make any difference to your life. So I want this be a life changer for you. So make a commitment on this to take action, right? That's a very, very big thing. So take action, right? Let's go. So what is the big issue? Why are we talking about this? What's the big issue? So what's going on? What's the reason for this? So the big issue is when the information is sent from your brain, when the information is sent from you, it's not received by the same way on the other side. That's the biggest issue, right? So see, you as a business owner, you as a person who's trying to sell something, you're trying to speak to somebody on this side, it's not received by on the other side by people in the same manner, right? They don't receive it in the same manner. They see things differently because that's what we call perception. That's what we call the view of the world, right? People see things based on their view of the world. They don't see based on your view of the world. So in your product view, the way you're selling your services, the way you're selling your product, you're probably selling the world's best product, right? World's best remedy, world's best stuff. But unless you see things or you view the world based on your client's perspective, or they see everything from your perspective, they won't buy it because they don't see things the way you see it. It's the biggest problem, right? Because people don't see things the way you see that. People or your clients or the world out there or your meetings, your managers, your employees, they don't see the world exactly. So if you want to influence them, you need to have exactly same view of the world. If you don't do it, there is going to be disconnect, right? There is going to be huge disconnect. So let's look at a very quickly human brain before I get into that. So if you understand this human brain concept, explaining other positioning, other stuff, it's going to be really easy for you. Why? Because you understand what happens at the back end level. So when the information is sent from you is not received by the same brain on the other side. In other words, sending brain and the receiving brain are not the same brains because people believe, right? Look at this. People think that if I send my file, from Excel or Word document from my computer, it's going to be open on the other side in the same way. It doesn't happen in the same way, right? It's really important for you to understand the concept is completely different. The brain is not exactly the same, right? Because brain see things very differently. Every brain sees things differently compared to the way you see it, right? Exactly. So let's look at it very quickly. What is inside the brain, right? So when you send information, it's received by the croc brain. It's sent by the neocortex, which is highly evolved brain. All this, what you send it to them, is received when you send something from your highly evolved brain, which is a neocortex, is received by on the other side, which is a croc brain. So you must, as a presenter, go past that. You must, as a business owner, go past that croc brain. So how do you communicate your message? So what is the way you communicate your message so that it goes past that croc brain and get into that neocortex brain, which is a highly evolved brain, which is a problem-solving brain, which see things the way you see? The answer to that is a perception marketing, right? Perception marketing is the way you market something or your product, your services to your clients so that they know you, they like you, they trust you, they already want what you're selling, right? So doesn't matter what you do in that space. The perception marketing is creating a perception in the marketplace so that people know you, they like you, they trust you, they already want something, whatever you're selling, before even trying to sell them something, right? Very, very, very important, right? So before you even trying to think about selling, they're already ready to buy it. So let's look at it. Who is doing or using these strategies? Yayyy is a perfect example. Ray Dalio, Brendan Bouchard, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson's, and many other millionaires in the world use this strategy. They might call it something else. They might name it something else, but they use the same strategy. They use the same strategy. That's why you're hooked to their videos. That's why you're hooked to their training. Why? Because they use the same strategy, exactly same way. So let's look at it. What is this strategy all about? How to become this authority person? How to become that person of that, where people just come and pay you without even, you begging for the money. So you must be positioning. So there are three aspects of that. One is the way you position yourself. How do you position yourself in the marketplace? The second one is framing, and we're going to talk about it. How do you frame something in a way that people see you as that person? The third one is your strategy, and we're going to talk about step-by-step strategy. How can you put everything in a bundle and execute it? So number three is a strategy where I'll give you step-by-step. What are you going to do tomorrow? And how can you apply this strategy tomorrow, right? So this is very quickly. So let's look at it very quickly. Number one, what is called positioning. Positioning is a pyramid. If you look at it, we all get paid. We all get paid based on our positioning in the marketplace. We all get paid based on that. So look at it, number one. So if you are, people are unaware, people don't know much about you, you'll probably be hustling for clients. People are somewhere aware for you, or you're a little bit known, then it's sort of ease of the business. And if you are an authority, if you are a celebrity, if you're one of those people who are right at the top, when your celebrity, people become, or the business becomes on autopilot. You don't need to hunt for the clients. People are just come and want to work with you. And you probably have seen it in many different markets, right? Where people are authority. They are one of those people where, people just keep getting the business because they are number 4 and number 5 in their marketplace, in the niche, right? And we're going to look at it today, how you can make yourself at the level. How can you take yourself at the level? But before we get into that, let me look at it. Where are you right now? Where are you today in this pyramid? Where are you today, right? Are you number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5? Where are you today? I want you to type it in. Wherever are you today, I want you to type it in. What number are you at today? Are you at number 1, number 2, number 3? Where are you today? Well, it's really important, because for us to do something, for us to take you at a different level, you need to know where are you. So number 2 and number 3, could be. That's good. Where are you today, right? Are you number 1? Are you number 2? Are you number 3? Are you number 4? Because it's really important for you to know. If you are number 2 or number 3, it's really easy to take it to number, So if you are number 2 or number 1, it's really hard, right? So business becomes really easy when you're at number 4 and number 5. So the goal of your world should be that you want to get to the number, go up in the ladder, right? Yeah, so somewhat aware that people are usually at 1, 2, or 3, right? That's where most people are. You're probably known, you're probably not known. So it is really good to now say that today, right? So I am at this level. Now, what do you want to do? So if you are at this level, if you are, people are somewhat aware of you, you are at a different level. So now the question here is, what position would you want to be? What position would you want to be? So let me know, what position would you want to be? If you have your own way, which position would you want? Number 5, awesome, that's good. Which position? Number 4, awesome, that's good. That's your position, right? Tell me which one you want to be. So I'm just looking at both places. So which position would you want to be? Would you want to be at number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1, or number 5? Which one? I mean, my assumption is if you here today in this space, you would want to be number 4 or number 5, right? If you want to just stay at number 2, number 1, then don't waste your time for the rest of the time, because we're not going to talk about anything how to be that, right? So I think drop off if you're any of those people who want to be at number 1, number 2, or number 3. So today we're going to talk about number 4 and number 5, how to become that number 4 and number 5 person. How to become that, because when you become that, things makes more sense, things gets easier, and the business gets very easy in that space, right? So really important. So let's look at it. How can you become that person? So now I know all of you guys said it, right? All of you guys made this call that, okay, we want to be number 4, number 5, we want to be this. So just because you made that decision doesn't matter, or doesn't mean that it will come true, right? You all know that we all make a decision, we all say that we want to do it, we want to do that, we want to become that, we want to do this, but nothing happens. Why that nothing happens? Because look at this, decision alone won't do anything. Decision alone won't do anything. Decision alone has no meaning unless you make a commitment, right? Unless you make a commitment. So today, what I'm looking for is for you guys to say, I'm committed to make it happen, right? So I'm going to give you the strategy. You're going to have the strategy. You can take it away, but have a commitment. Yes, I want to make it happen. I want to become that person, because unless you make this commitment, nothing will happen, right? Then after that, you must take this massive action. So here are the 3 steps to make it happen. Number 1, today you must decide. You decided. All of you are saying to me that you want to become the number 4 or number 5. You already decided. Decide is the first step. Number 2 is make that commitment. Number 3 is take that massive action, right? If you are lacking any of one of these steps, won't happen. So now we're going to look at it. I'm going to give you the strategy how to make it happen. So remember this, you will be paid for the most of your position in the marketplace. So let me ask you this question. Have you ever wondered, say if you are in the same line of work, like if you are a personal trainer, right? Some personal trainers get paid, I don't know, $50, $100, $200, or $300 an hour, right? Some personal trainers charge $10,000 for 6 months. What's the difference? Do they know more than what you know, right? And look at the known market as well. You'll find a lot of people have a less skill set, but they still make more money than you do, right? They still have lack of less skill set. They're probably not that technology savvy. They probably don't know much about stuff, but they still make more money. More people are happy to pay them more amount of money. Why? Right? Why? Because of this thing called positioning, right? How do they position themselves in the marketplace, right? So your position will be centered around what do you want your market to feel and think about you. Really, really, really important, right? So now my question for you is, right now, what do you position as in the marketplace? How do you position yourself in the marketplace? What do people say about you in the marketplace? What do you call yourself, right? What is the title have you given to yourself? What is your position title, right? I always say that in my workshops that you need to find that mountain peak and claim that mountain peak, right? Claim that means that you are one of those people, you created your own category, you are now in that space, say, I want to become that person. I might not be today, but this is where I want to go, right? This is where I'm striving towards. This is where I want to get to. So now the question here is, what or how does your market know about you? What do they know about you, right? So if you don't know today, this is a sentence, you must fill it out for yourself, right? Your name is known as the most sought after what in the marketplace? What are you, right? What are you? What's your superpower? Well, I say to myself, I'm the fast business or fast growth authority. Right? I'm the fast growth guy in the world, right? Why do I say that? I could have said myself as a business coach as well. I could have said anything, right? I reinvented this word. I invented this word because of one thing. Because I don't want people to think me exactly same as other 50,000 people in the marketplace. So I created same stuff. I do the same thing, but what I did is I created my own niche market. Right? I created my own niche market. Why did I do that? Because I don't want people to put me in the same bucket, like same as 50,000. So positioning is most important. You position yourself as an authority because nobody, you probably have heard this, nobody's going to give you the title. Titles are claimed, not given. Right? Titles are claimed, not given. So you claim any title in the marketplace. What do you feel like it? Right? We live in this society, in the school system, the way the university system. We've been taught that we need to ask for permission to become something. Right? Or I need a certificate, or I need this university degree. I need somebody's permission to become that. Let me give you or free you up from some sort of all these, things which you've been feeling that you need that. So today I'll give you permission to become whatever you want to become. Today I'm going to give you permission to whatever you might want to become in the world. You have that permission. Right? Write it down on your title that this is who I am. You might not be there today. You might not be there today, but you need to write it today. So to tell everybody in the marketplace, you are the person for this. See, I always say for myself, I don't know everything about what I do. Or, I don't know about every freaking problem in the business world. I can't solve everything. I'm not the guy for everything. But if you're looking to grow your business or looking to scale your business fast, I'm the guy for this. See, this is where I come in place. Say, if you're looking to grow fast, if you're looking to scale your business fast, I'm the guy for this. Rest of the other things, I don't care, right? I'm going to find the way, but I don't know everything because I put all my effort, all my energy into this one thing. So you got to find what is your way of looking. How do you position yourself in the marketplace, right? So let me take a break for a minute and look at this Facebook. Does it actually make sense? Are you guys on the Facebook? There's a lot of you guys on the Facebook as well, and some of you guys on the Zoom as well. So does it actually make sense? Do you guys get this? Do you understand this, that you need to position yourself in a certain way to become that authority, right? Become that go-to person. If you don't become that go-to person, if you don't become that, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? You're going to be somewhere at number 1, 2, or 3 in the pyramid, which I shown you earlier. When you are there, you'll be hunting for the clients. You won't be the known person in your category, right? So it's really, really, really important. Doesn't matter if you work for somebody, doesn't matter if running a business, doesn't matter what you do, you must become or strive to become the person of authority or the person or the celebrity. Because if you do that, you'll have the business running on autopilot. I promise you this. Promise you. Look at any example. Anybody today out there who is an authority of that domain, of the niche market, doesn't have to go out and ask for work or business. They just get the business. People are looking to work with them. They are chasing them everywhere. They're saying, I want to work with you. Why? Because in their unconscious mind, they believe that these are the people, they are the authority people in that domain. So they want to work with them. So instead of trying hard to find clients, become the authority, become the celebrity of the domain, right? Becoming an authority is pretty easy. Celebrity, some of you guys, you need to be in front of the camera, do all the other stuff as well, which is, I would say most of you, if you want to do it, please become the authority. Become the authority of that. Some of you guys going to be fully, like, holy crap, I want to be the celebrity. I don't want to be the authority. I want to be the celebrity. I want to be the guy or girl who's out there in front of the camera, doing everything what I love doing. So some of you guys are like this. Some of you guys, I don't know, I'm probably happy with the authority. I don't want to be too much in front of the camera, right? So you decide what you want to be, but it's really important for you to decide commit to it, and then apply these strategies, what we're going to talk about, right? Commit to this. Because if you don't do it, what's going to happen? You're going to be hunting for the clients month after month, and it's going to be tiring. Believe me, it's really tiring. I've tried it, and at the end, after 3 months, I just got so tired. I was like, holy crap, it's just too hard work, right? And some people just give up because they're just trying to work hard and hard and hard, thinking that that's what's going to give them the business. And most people make this mistake. So, all right, so let's move on to the other bit. Framing. Number 2 was framing. Number 1 was positioning, and number 2 is framing. So let's talk about framing. So framing is essentially using marketing to control. So we use marketing now to control their opinions and about the controlling their opinions and feelings about you before they read anything about you in the market, right? So what we're doing is, we all know that everybody sees things differently, right? Everybody's going to have a perception about you, right? So it doesn't matter what happens. Whenever you go and speak to somebody, before even they know you, you put yourself out there, you're trying to do a business with people. Before you even do that, they're going to create a perception about you. Doesn't matter what kind of perception, right? They will have a perception, good, bad, or ugly. Doesn't matter what it is, but they will have a perception, right? So wouldn't that be interesting? Instead of they assuming something or creating their own perception, I give them something what to think about me. Wouldn't that be interesting? I tell them what to think about me. I fill the blanks for them. So whenever they think about me, they think what I told them to think about. Hang on, let me sort of take pause on this for a minute. See if you understood this concept. So I know that they're going to think about me something. I know they're going to have a perception about me. Why? Wouldn't that be interesting if I fill those blanks for them and I know what they're going to think about me because I've given them? Does it actually make sense? Yep, absolutely sneaky. Absolutely sneaky. Because I know that they're going to think about me anyway. They're going to create a perception about me anyway. So wouldn't that be interesting if I just give them something to think about? Wouldn't that be interesting, right? So keep that in mind. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to talk about. So this is the concept. So instead of seeing, instead of they seeing the world, now we do a marketing in a certain way. We do certain things in a certain way so that they can see things the way I want them to see. Really important, right? That is true. In the TV world, Colin said it's called editing. Yeah, absolutely. Spot on, absolutely spot on, right? So people manipulate things, but what we're saying is we're not using this in a bad way or trying to create a controversy. What we're saying is, I know they're going to create a perception about me anyway. Why don't I just give them something to think about, right? So you control what they think about rather than they're just creating without knowing. So what it means is your content strategies is to control their opinion, their feeling about you, so that they know you, or they feel that they know you, they like you, they trust you. They feel that, right? Remember, I'm keep saying this one word. They feel that. They feel that they know you, they like you, they trust you. They have this feeling without even they met you, right? They haven't physically met you yet. They just want to have this feeling. So you do certain things, you create your content in certain way so that they can feel that way, right? Feeling is really important. So you create it. So I want to give you this gift. This is called Authority Content Quadrant, which I created, and I trademarked it as well, which I created. It's going to be coming up in one of my books as well pretty soon. So what I did is, if you create your content in certain way, and you do that, people will have a certain perception about you, right? So the way it goes is, start from the right-hand side at the top where it says why, what, how, and call to action. Why, what, how, and call to action. What it means is you create or you start with why type of content first. Then you do what type of content. Then you do how type of content. Then you do a call to action, right? We're going to go through detail, but just as a high level, understand this why type of content. So what is why type of content? Why type of content is pretty important, right? Why do I do what I do? Why do I do this, right? So, for example, many years ago, I used to work for companies like IBM, Telstra, Oracle, NAB. Why did I leave those companies and started my own business? Why? Why did I do that? That's what we call why content. Why I was sitting in a desk, in a cubicle, and then I decided one day, no, that's it. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do completely opposite, something else. That's what is called why content. What was that epiphany? What was the reason? What happened? Why did you do that, right? What made you change that? That's what we call why content. Then we call what content. What content means that what do you actually do? What do you actually do? See, what we do, what I'm doing right now, I could have been doing anything. There are 50,000 things available in the market, right? I could have bought a restaurant. I could have bought something, right? Any business I would have gone in and did it. Any business, right? But why did I choose this business? So you could have gone any way, but you decided to go this way. Why this? What are you actually doing, right? Why are you doing it? What are you actually doing? What is the reason? And then at the bottom, we talk about how you do it. So how are you actually doing it? Now these are steps. How do you do it? How are the steps? Like in our business, if you talk about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, what I'm doing is I'm helping people to grow their business fast. That's what I'm doing, right? Could have been doing anything, but this is what I'm doing. How I'm doing it, I've got these steps, right? I've got a fast growth system. Fast growth system is a step by step. This is my how. This is my how. This is how I do it, right? At the end, it's a call to action. Means that you tell them to do something. Do some action, buy my stuff, subscribe to this, come to my event, buy, book an appointment with me, something. You ask them to do something at the end. So these are the four things. These are the four ways you do it, right? So our income is often directly proportional to the amount of goodwill we have in the marketplace, right? Very important for you to know that. In a traditional business, goodwill is everything. In a traditional business, in our business, goodwill is everything, right? People, public speakers, public figures, celebrities, goodwill is everything, right? Any example of that would be, want to go buy in a restaurant, go and buy 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, if you want to buy a brand new, probably going to cost you about $500,000, right? Any established 7-Eleven, they would say it's going to cost you $1.5 million. 500,000 as a licensing fees and all the other stuff. Rest of the other amount is a goodwill. The goodwill that person or the restaurant has built in that place from last few years since the last they opened or since they opened, right? So that's what we call goodwill. So your entire game is to build that goodwill. The more goodwill you have, the more people say nice things about you, the better it is, right? So who are the best salesmen for your business? Who are the best people to sell your stuff? Who are the best people, right? The people you already served, your previous clients, right? They're the best salespeople for you because they are not getting paid. They are the external people. They are the best salespeople. So your effort should be giving them the results, right? So really important. So through framing material, you can establish and maintain that goodwill. Right? If your goodwill is the everything, through framing material, what we talked about earlier, you can establish and maintain that goodwill. When you have that goodwill, they feel that. They will feel that they know you and they trust you. Everything is about feeling. Remember this, right? Everything is about feeling, how people feel about you. How people feel about you. Everything is a feeling. Right? It's really important when you ask this question to yourself, how do I want my client to feel about me? What do I do when client sees me or when I serve them? How do I want them to feel about me? What do I want them to feel? Do I want them to feel anger, or do I find them to feel calm or satisfaction, happy? What do I want them to feel about me or about our business? What do I want them to feel about me? Really important, right? So have you heard this saying? Have you heard this saying? It's not what you know, it's who you know. Have you heard this saying? It's not what you know, it's who you know. Yeah, very famous saying, right? All the people talk about this. Really, really, really famous saying. Let me jump on the Facebook as well for a minute. Have you heard this saying? Have you heard this saying? So really important. Have you heard this saying? It's not what you know, it's who you know. So let me correct this saying for you. It's not who you know, it's who knows you, right? It's not who you know, it's who know you, right? I know a lot of Hollywood presidents, prime ministers. I know a lot of people, but the funny thing is they don't know me. The good thing happens when they know me as well. So it's not about who you know, it's who knows you in the marketplace. So the more people know you, the better it is. Let me give you this example, right? So on the left hand side, if 100 people know you, 10 people will trust you, and one person will buy from you, right? Simple math, nothing is done. If 100 people know you, 10 people will trust you, one person will buy from you. If I just increase these numbers and I say 100,000 people know you, 10,000 people trust you, 1,000 people will buy from you. So the more people know about you, about your brand, the better it is. Why? Because the more people know you, more people likely to trust you, and the more people likely to buy from you. Really important, right? Really, really, really important. So the reason people won't buy from you, there are four things you must have, right? In your client's mind, let's look at it from their perspective. Let's look at how your client sees the world. There are four things your client must have before they buy from you. The four things, right? Number one thing, they must have the desire. They must have the desire to buy. They must have this desire that I want to buy this, right? The second thing is they must trust you. The trust has to be there. Desire, trust has to be there. Number three things is they must see the value. They must see the value. Excuse me. They must see the value. If they don't see the value, they won't buy from you. If they don't see the value, they won't buy from you, right? So desire, trust, the value, and number four thing, they must find you credible. They must mean that. They must see you that you can actually solve their problem. So everything starts with the trust, right? They have a desire. You'll find a lot of people, they will have a desire to buy it. But if they don't trust you, they won't buy from you. If they don't see the value, they won't buy from you. If they don't find you credible, they won't buy from you, right? They must be ticking you must be ticking all these four boxes. Do they have a desire? Yes. Do they trust me? Yes. Do they find value in what I'm offering? Yes. Do they find or do they have this belief that I can actually solve their problem? Do they find me credible? Yes. Then they will buy from you. Now look at your buying cycle. Why did you buy from me? You must have had to tick all these four boxes. If you hadn't, you didn't buy from me, right? Same thing for your clients as well. The reason you bought from somebody or the reason they buy from you, because they have a desire, the first thing. The second thing, they trust you, they find the value, they find you credible. That's the reason they buy from you. Otherwise, they won't come and buy from you at all, right? Really important, really, really, really important, right? So now let's look at these guys. Let's look at this, right? So am I making any sense? Are you enjoying this? Let me know. All of you guys are on Facebook, all of you guys on Zoom. Are you enjoying this? Does it actually make sense? Is it valuable? Is it a valuable session? Do you find a lot of stuff in this? What is something you Yeah, it is. So this morning we talked about framing. Some of you guys were there. And now what are we looking how to apply this framing into the real world, right? So all you guys on the Facebook, a lot of you guys are jumping on this. So am I making any sense, right? Is it valuable? Did you get anything out of this? Any aha moments? What happened? What did you learn since we started? What did you learn since we started? Did you learn anything different? Write it down. Let me know. What did you learn? What did you learn? What did you learn? All right, before we get into the other one. So we're going to get to the last one. So we're going to talk about this. So this is what we've been talking about, right? So this is what it looks like. So I know Facebook is a bit slow, so it's going to take a bit of time. So I'm just going to keep going, guys. And we're going to open up at the end for Q&A, right? So we're going to leave at the end for Q&A. So this is what we're talking about. So if you want to build a trust, if you want to build that authority figure in the marketplace, you must know how you're positioning yourself. How are you positioning in the marketplace, right? If you're positioning yourself and saying, I am the masseuse as well, I am the Oracle DBA, I'm the IT consultant, I'm the coach, I'm the life coach, I'm the business coach. What are you doing is your positioning statement is exactly the same as 50 other thousand people in the marketplace. So market won't find you any different because they already created this bucket about these people. So you must learn to position yourself as very different person, very authoritative in a different, same category, but different name. Find your own names. Find something different, right? So that people can ask you. Differentiate yourself, right? Differentiate yourself. Yeah, Colin, it's a big thing, right? You must increase the numbers of people know you, right? Number two things is framing. What we talked about in framing is you must write your content. You must do the content strategy in a way so that people can trust you, they like you, they know you. That's what we want to do. Number three things, strategy. We're going to look at the strategy now, right? What is the strategy? How can you actually do step-by-step work? How can you actually, whatever we talked about, apply this? Yeah, it looks pretty good in a theory, right? Theory is pretty cool, but how can I apply this? How do I do it? What do I do tomorrow morning when I wake up? So let's look at the strategy. So our strategy is the entire reasoning for this strategy is for one reason, right? I want my potential clients to know me, like me, and trust me. That's what I want them to feel, right? I want them to feel that they already know me, they already, they like me, and they trust me without even physically meeting me. That's what I want to do. So what we do is we created this video strategy. So what happens is I've got a certain videos, all these, and all these video strategy goes like this. So all of this is a paid Facebook advertisement. Paid Facebook advertisement. It's a sponsored video. We put in a sponsored video, which is a paid Facebook advertisement. Why do we do that? So that I can reach more people. Remember what we said? The more people know me, the more people likely to trust me, the more people likely to buy from me, right? So it's really hard for me to just keep putting stuff in my Facebook when I only have 100 friends or 200 friends or 2,000 friends, right? You want to put it in front of hundreds and thousands of people. You want to do this. If you don't do that, what's going to happen is you're only going to get to know a little bit of people. So we want to send it to lots of people. With using Facebook, you can target as many people you want. People, you can target as many as you like, whichever country you like, right? So this is what happens. This is a square box is about a video. So it's about, rectangle is Y1 means that Y1 type of content is a video number one. So you create a video number one, which is a Y type of content, means that why do I do what I do? What's the reason I'm doing what I'm doing, right? So when people, you send it to everybody, you send it to the target market you're trying to target. When you send it to them, you'll see some people will watch that video about certain percentage. They won't watch 100%. Some of them will watch 100%, but most of them watch less than something, right? So what can you do after that? If somebody watch your video, say less than 10%, Somebody watched your number one video, less than 10%, you send them video number two. Less than 1%, you send them video number two. That's also a why video number two. Exactly, talking about some different things in a different setting, different videos in a different way, right? You can say that, hi, I know you watched my video number one video, and this is similar stuff, but I wanted to share this with you, right? Same stuff. So give them video number two. If they watch that 10% as well, you give them video number three, which is a why video number three, why type of content. You give them this. Then after that, what's going to happen if somebody is a bit better than that? That was a one scenario. If somebody is a bit better than that, they watched your video, why video one, for more than 50% or certain amount of time, more than 10%, right? Then you don't need to send them why video again. You can send them what video. What do you actually do? What do you actually do? So you send them more video in a different category. Then if they watch why video, what video in certain percentage, same as what we talked about earlier, you send them what video two, and similar to exactly what video number three. And if they watch their what video number one for more than 50%, or then you send them how video. So see what's happening here. Really important for you to see. All the videos are getting watched by people based on their preference, based on their timings. So you're not controlling it. It's people who watch it control it. Right? They control everything. If they watch one video, they get to see the next video tomorrow, or probably straight away after that, right? Depending how you configure it. So mine is next day, but you can configure either way, right? So you can configure that when they watch the video number one today, you can give it to them after a couple of hours. You decide the sequence, right? I do it after next day. So they already watch video number one or why number one, two, then I want to send them the next video very quickly. So all this which happens, so exactly how all this is 9 or 3x3, 9 video, 3x3 in a sequence. Facebook manages that sequence for you. You don't manually do anything. It's been done. Once it's configured, Facebook is sending them by its own algorithm. You don't need to do anything. It works in a backend. So what it means is you get to put your face in a video format in front of a lot of people. Lots and lots of people get to see this view without manually doing anything. So there's no work for you to do, right? So you can put the content in certain ways. So what makes it? So what did we do with this, right? So just to give you an example, last year or year before that, nobody knew me in Eastern European. I haven't even traveled there. I don't even know what it looks like. East European, South America. I thought South America people don't speak English, so I wouldn't be able to market it. But I thought, why not just try it? Spent $10 and tried it in 2017, right? Try this, and South America started to kick in. Then I tried in South Africa, tried in Eastern European countries, tried in some of the Asian countries. What did I do? I put all these videos in a sequence and send it to them, and they can actually view it. I was sitting here exactly in this place, same room, same camera, same computer, but doing this video and sending to them. Really different, right? Very, very, very different strategy. What happens is people get to know you. People get to like you. People get already seen my videos. They know me, they like me, they trust me. Right? That's a rule. So they get to see that. Why do you like so much about Gary Vee or other people? Why? Because you've seen them so many videos. You consume their content. They send it to you. Right? Now, because they have a lot of tribe, now they already have so many followers. So they don't need to pay for it. But if you're starting out, you can do the same thing by paying and reaching more people. Right? You don't need to have people who like to your page to see that. You can just reach out as many people as you like tomorrow in any country, in any part of the world, except China, because Facebook doesn't work there. Every other country, you can launch your business. Doesn't matter what it is. If you're selling something which is not a physically you have to be there, you can start doing it. So this is how it looks like for us. We did this strategy. This is a back-end work of Facebook. We did that all. So you can look at a why video 2, why video 3, why video 4. All these are ad sets showing you exactly how much money I spent and how many people I've reached. See, more than, if you look at it, I've reached 16,000 people and they consumed my content. 16,000 people by paying $600. 16,000 people. I could try, I don't know how many months and months and months. I wouldn't have been able to put my face in front of 16,000 people that quickly, which I did within a week or so. Right? So if you want to reach more people, if you want to have your face in front of more people, this strategy works 100%. 3 by 3 videos, and you put them in a sequence on Facebook, and you get to become that celebrity, become that authority. Right? Really, 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 really important. Right? Really important for you, for people to know you as that authority figure. So let's go back and do a very quickly a recap. Right? What did we talk about earlier? We said positioning. You must position yourself as an authority of your niche market. If you don't do it, you'll be like 50,000 other people in the same domain. Right? So you need to become that authority figure. Framing, you must create your content based on the quadrant I'd shown you. If you do that, what you're doing is framing your client to see the world based on the way you see it. So what you're doing is you want them to like you, trust you, and feel that they already know you without even they've met you physically, right? And then strategy is 3 by 3 videos. Put in the same content on Facebook ad or through Facebook ad so that people get to know you and like you before they even meet you. Really important, right? So now the question is, did that make sense? Did that make sense? Did you get what I was saying? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions about this? All right. Did that make sense? Awesome. That's good. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mitch. Awesome. Let's have a look. Do you guys have any questions? So really important, guys. Really, really, really important. Find, what you want to become, what authority figure you want to become. If you don't find it, somebody will label you. They will find it for you. So instead of they find it, you find it for yourself. Right? Really important. If you don't find it, they'll find it for you. So you must find it. Right? You must find it. Really, really, really important. Hey, can you guys see my screen? Guys on the Facebook, can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen though? Feels like everything's gone all over the shop here. Not only did it make sense, very good of Facebook too without that algorithm. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's really, really, really important, guys. I think if you want to reach more people, you need to become one of those people who use these strategies to put yourself out there in front of a lot of people. If you want to become a celebrity, you need to get used to this thing, right? You must get used to this thing. If you don't, it's going to be hard, right? It's going to be really, really hard because you're going to be trying hard, right? Trying really, really hard. So what I'm going to do is leave you with it. So if you got any question, please put it out there, put it on the chat. I'll love to answer this. But I would love to learn it, right? I'd love to know more about it. What did you decide? What do you want to become in this space? Let me stop sharing this. So this is what we talked about, right? Really, really, really important, right? Really, really, really important. Really important. What would you like to become in this space, right? What would you like to become? How would you be known in your marketplace? Because if you are a standard coach consultant like every other people, it's just going to be really hard to sell. So you don't want to be one of those people. All right, let's see. I've got a lot of people chatting here. Yeah. YouTube is pretty cool, right? YouTube has got a different way of doing it. So for this strategy to work, you must be on a Facebook because Facebook has got the algorithm you can use and put Facebook ad. YouTube, different game. Totally different game. Right? You still do that. You can put same videos there as well, but it takes longer. YouTube is a different beast. Totally different beast. All right. All right, guys. I'm just going to look at it later. I think Facebook is a bit slower. Let me know if you got any questions. Happy to and love to answer those questions. And let's have a chat later. Please put your question below. Love to answer them. But I would like to know one thing, right? Did it actually make sense? Did you guys like it? Did you guys enjoy today's session? Was it worth it? Did you like it? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mitch. Was it worth it? Awesome. All right, guys. See you later. Enjoy your night, and I'll speak to you later. Awesome. All right, drum rolls, guys. Thank you. Speak to you guys soon.